There's a moment every cat owner has experienced. You leave the room. When you come back, your cat is just there, sitting near the door, watching you walk in, saying nothing. For years, this was read as indifference, as if the cat hadn't even noticed you were gone. But in 2019, scientists finally tested what was actually happening in that moment, and it wasn't indifference at all. For decades, the answer to "do cats love their owners" was assumed to be no, not because anyone had proven it, because nobody had properly tested it. Dogs had been tested for years using something called the strange situation test. It was originally designed in the 1970s to study human infants. A baby and a parent enter a room. The parent leaves. The baby is alone with a stranger. The parent comes back. Psychologists watched what the baby did in that final moment. Did it run to the parent? Cling to them? Calm down quickly? Or did it ignore them? Stay distressed? Act like nothing had changed? The baby's reaction in that single moment revealed the entire structure of its attachment: secure, anxious, avoidant. Dogs, when tested the same way, showed the same patterns. Most dogs treated their owner's return as a safe base. They'd run over, settle down, then go back to exploring. Secure attachment. Cats were never tested this way, for one simple reason: nobody thought it was worth trying. Then, in 2019, a team at Oregon State University decided to find out anyway. They brought in 79 cats, kittens, and adults. Each cat spent 2 minutes in a room with its owner. Then the owner left for 2 minutes. Then the owner came back, and the researchers watched exactly what happened in that return. What they found broke the old assumption completely. About 65% of the cats showed what's called secure attachment. When the owner came back, the cat would briefly seek them out. A look, a approach, sometimes a meow. Then, within moments, the cat would calm down and go back to exploring the room. Calm, confident, connected. That number, 65%, is almost identical to the rate found in human infants, and almost identical to the rate found in dogs. But here's the part that gets misunderstood. The other 35% weren't cats that didn't care. Some showed what's called insecure attachment. They either clung to the owner excessively when they returned or avoided them entirely, refusing to make contact even though they were clearly stressed. But across the board, every cat in the study showed a measurable stress response when their owner left. Even the ones that looked completely unbothered. Their heart rate changed. Their behavior shifted. The cats that seemed indifferent weren't indifferent. They were coping differently. This is the part most people get backwards. For 50 years, cats don't act like dogs when their owner leaves was read as cats don't care when their owner leaves. But those are not the same thing. A cat sitting calmly by the door isn't ignoring you. It's regulating itself. It noticed you were gone. It felt something about that. And by the time you walked back in, it had already processed it. That's not the absence of attachment. That's what secure attachment often looks like in an animal that evolved as a solitary hunter, not a pack animal. Dogs evolved to need group cohesion to survive. Cats evolved to be self-sufficient and still form a bond, which means the quiet cat by the door, the one that didn't run to greet you, the one you maybe assumed barely noticed you left, that might be the most secure, most confident relationship a cat is capable of having. So here's the actual answer. Your cat almost certainly does form a real attachment to you, not because it needs you for food, although that's part of it. The same OSU researchers ran a version of this test where a stranger, not an owner, did the leaving and returning. The cats reacted differently to the owner than they did to the stranger. That difference is the signature of a bond, not a transaction. The question was never really, does your cat like you or just need you? Those two things were never actually separate. Every secure attachment, in every species ever studied, including yours, is built on exactly that combination. Something you need, that you've also come to genuinely want. Your cat figured that out about you a long time ago. It just never had a way to tell you. Until now, when scientists finally asked the right question, and your cat, without knowing it, finally answered.